Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. Do I have to tell you guys that a lot is going on right now? I mean, because I think the whole internet knows what's happening right now. So we're still going to talk about the things we were coming live to talk about. We're going to talk about that horrible interview that the mother of Emmanuel gave, Miss Rebecca. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room right now is that it's a possibility that Emmanuel has been found. What is this Haro thing up here? I don't even know what that is. It's a possibility that Emmanuel has been found, ladies and gentlemen. It's also a possibility that Jake has been leading authorities to the body. Now we're going to show you guys some video. We're going to go over this stuff. We have not confirmed it. It has not been confirmed by law enforcement, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like it's happening. We're going to show you guys the video. We could be seeing the end of this. We could be seeing, because if Jake is cooperating and he's leading people to the body, leading authorities to the body, then that means that he's going to plead guilty. That means that this is going to be a very short trial, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let me cue this up because we wanted to hurry up, come live, speak to you guys. I looked at the chat. People like, does Strategic know that the body's been found? People are saying the body's been found, but that has not been verified yet, okay? What I can verify is that it appears, we're going to watch this video right now, it appears that, hold on, I'm over here trying to do multitasking. It appears that Jake was out there leading them to the body. Let me go ahead and get this up and see if we can find what the video I had. I had the video and then I was linking to something different, which is really weird. All right, here we go. This is the video right here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me do a few things. What is this Rebecca Haro thing? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Let's get that out of there. Hold on here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. All right. Let's get that out of here. Okay. And now let's open this bad boy up right here. First of all, I'm sorry that we're kind of like rushing and everything. I apologize for that. Big shout out to everybody who's joining us today. We're kind of just jumping into this. I think you guys understand that this is breaking news. So, you know, I'm kind of just like flying into this, trying to figure this out along with you guys. But once again, listen, all right, let's slow it down, okay? It's happening. We know it's happening. It's a good possibility that they're going to find baby Emmanuel Haro. But we can't forget that we are civilized people. So number one, thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you immensely. For everybody who's in the chat, I know we're all here together with one singular mission, and that mission is to give justice to baby Haro and to give a voice to the voiceless for this beautiful baby boy who never got a shot at life, all right? He did not have the opportunity to live life, and it's my opinion that his entire life has been that of sorrow, pain, and abuse. And I'm not saying that lightly, and I'm not saying that for theatrical purposes or entertainment purposes. I'm telling you that because that's how I truly feel in the bottom of my heart, based off of what we know about his father, Jake Haro. We know that his father is an abuser. We know his father is a person that targets children. I believe that, unfortunately, this little boy has been targeted and abused since he was small. And, I mean, how much smaller can he get when he was only 7 months old, right? And even that is not accurate, because we're going to listen to a secret recording where allegedly, because I didn't listen to the whole recording, allegedly, the father's going to say that he was born in December. And then there's some articles I read that also said that police do not believe he was 7 months old, that he was more closer to 9 months old. But let's watch this video here of somebody recording, driving by a caravan of police, and it appears that Jake Haro is on the side of the road leading police towards the body. Let's watch it. So we're going to pause it there. I don't know Jake Haro, and neither do 99.99% of you guys. But what we have observed are multiple pictures of Jake Haro and multiple videos of Jake Haro. I cannot say definitively that this is Jake Haro, but I can tell you it looks a lot like him. That looks like Jake Haro to me. Somebody said they sent me an email. I'll go ahead and check it in just a second. I appreciate you. We'll definitely check it. I don't know. It might be the answer to everything in that email. We're going to check it in just a second. This person is clearly in prison garb. He's clearly wearing prison clothes or jail clothes. Do you wear that in prison too? It looks like him from the back. One thing I wanted to also point out, when we go back here, you know what this guy looks like to me? He looks like a professional searcher. I've seen many of them in my time. This is how they look. They're not law enforcement. They're volunteers, and they're dressed for their niche, and their niche is to search. So they dress to search. This guy looks like a professional searcher to me. Let's go back one more time and check to see. All right. All right. So now I checked the email. The person sent me a video from On the Terror. On the Terror. Mr. Ahmed. I hope he's feeling well. I heard that he passed out the other day when he was out there during the arrest of Jake and Rebecca because it's so hot. My understanding is this man might have cancer. I'm not trying to put that on him. I heard that he has cancer. I think he talks about having cancer. If in fact he has cancer, our prayers go out with you. I don't know this guy. He's not my friend. He's not my homie, but he's a human being, and he's also covering the crap out of this case, looking for justice for baby Haro. So my prayers go out to this brother, and I hope that he beats and defeats cancer. And I wish him nothing but long life. So thank you for the work that you've done on this case, Mr. On the Terror, a.k.a. Ahmed. And if you're sick, we wish you nothing but a speedy recovery. Let's go ahead and put that in here and see what he has to say. Let's see how probative this is. I've never watched this before. It was just sent to me via email. Let's see if it's probative. All right, let's do it.
Ahmed Belloso, you can see here in the Badlands that this today, it has now lived up. The California Highway Patrol is here. The investigators are here. We got more police throughout here, right along Gilman Springs Road. Jake was here. He confessed. We already had the story that Jake had confessed, but we were waiting for this to break, and now we have footage 1080. Ahmed Belloso, we have found Emmanuel, homie.
All right, so, I mean, listen, this is not verified, man. You know, listen, does my heart feel like this is true? Certainly, my heart feels like this could be true, but I don't have any verification that this is true. There's no law enforcement announcement saying that they have found the body. You know, where's the body? Like, are those officers standing next to the body over there? Like, are they surrounding it? Where's the tent? This stuff does take time. You know, they don't just walk around with tents. Forensic usually has tents, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what else they got to say. Is he over there or is he somewhere else?
Live and direct, the wind is definitely pushing the water. What's up, fool?
All right, I think this is something else. All right, so let me see what else he has. Let's see what else he has.
Ahmed Belloso.
All right, that's the same video we just saw. Is he live now? Is this live? Let's see.
What did he know it for? And they want to know, where does Rachel and the stepfather tie into all this? Because he owns that property. And they were coming in and out like nada, homie. On the tira. Right? Right? And so tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be on tonight, but I'm going to be on Hidden True Crimes. I'm going to be on Hidden True Crimes. They have reached out, and they told me they're going to hit me up at 8 o'clock tonight. So I don't know if it's live or I don't know if I don't know, but they said tonight at 8 o'clock, homie, my time. Hey, don't crash now. You guys are crazy, bro. These fools are trying to crash. I'm gonna get out of here. Because I'm not.
Right. I mean, some people are making really good points, and I 100% agree in that there's no reason why they would remove Jake from county jail. Sorry. All right, let's get out of TikTok. I'm old. I don't know how to use. It's like TikTok does its own thing. It like goes to other videos that have nothing to do with what you're watching, and it makes me nervous because I like having control. Okay, it's like, what are we doing, TikTok? Did I tell you to go on this lady cooking? And listen, I've been watching that thing, and sometimes inappropriate things pop up. So please, TikTok, get off my screen. But people are making a good point and good points in the chat. If in fact that was Jake, which I believe that was Jake, that looked like Jake to me, there would be no reason why they would remove him from the county jail if he was not cooperating and leading them to the body. People are calling this area the Badlands. Why else would Jake be out of county jail if he's not leading authorities to his child? Let's bring that back. That looks like Jake to me. That looks like Jake to me. People saying, that's Jake. It's a confession. Listen, in our hearts of hearts, we believe it. But we need verification. We need verification. We need proof. So I'm not telling you not to believe this. I'm not going to be the only YouTube channel or TikTok, whatever channel, whatever you want. I'm not going to be the only channel saying, don't believe it. I'm not in any way saying that it's not true. What I'm saying is, it's possible. It's probably likely, but we don't have any proof of it. It would not be the first or the last time that somebody said they wanted to cooperate, they get out the jail, they lead law enforcement to an area, and they're not being honest. They're not telling the truth. Wouldn't be the first time. It's unverified. But we might get there to the point where it is verified, but it's unverified right now. So my understanding is this is the extent of what we have so far, okay? I'm leading the show with this. This is a clue. This is a theory. This is our theory. Well, it's not my theory, but the hypothesis is that this is a confession and that he was leading authorities to the body, but we have no proof of it just yet. So we lead in the show, but we're going to get back to the regular show that we had planned for you guys, because I don't have any other information on this. So we're going to go to the Terror one last time and see if he has something else. His channel abruptly got cut off. I don't know if he went live or something. I mean, it looked like he was live. I don't know if his live was over. But big shout out once again to On the Terror. He was out there. He was clearly out there in the area. But we want to see what's going on. It says new lead. Look to the right. Black steel drum. No. All right. All right. I think that's all we got right now. That's all we got right there. So it's interesting stuff. Okay. All right. Back to the show. So apparently there was a secret. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up? Okay. All right, got you. All right, bro. So I got yelled at. I got yelled at by Aki. You're not checking your phone. We sending you some evidence. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's get in there. We're going to supposedly we have tons of photos that actually kind of show a lot of what's going on. Let's see here. All right. I'm kind of sifting through this stuff, guys, so that I can get you the information that these guys are talking about. I apologize for that. Let me go ahead and open this up. I apologize. So, this is what we're going to do. While I'm looking through this, apparently this was a secret recording that was done with the mother and the father. I think it's appropriate for us to listen to this right now because apparently it sounds like they've confessed to it. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get this playing for you guys.
Is that the sister?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys?
I want that one. There's one that's like 1 minute and 53 seconds.
Is that the sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys only have 2 kids?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine, I try to put myself in that. I'm like, I know they're up. We know they're up. They're not sleeping. We were up too. And we're just like,
we're exhausted.
I know, I bet.
Partially delusional.
Where were you at when this happened?
I was at the park. I was at the park watching my son play football. Well, I have her with me.
And then I take the baby.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I go to the store.
It's horrible.
See, so this is why we say unverified, because listen, I'm not saying that this exactly is the truth, all right? But this person also has been pretty accurate in reporting this case as well. And once again, I looked at pictures. I don't see any medical examiner vans or cars or anything like that. I'm gonna put this up on the screen for you guys right now. See, we gotta. That's why we have to slow things down. All right. I'm not saying that it's not gonna turn out that the baby's body was found. I'm not saying that. All right. I'm not saying that these new updates are true or not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there are conflicting reports coming out. So let me just show you guys this picture real quick. Big shout out to the research crew. So this one is Abby Blabby. We got a lot of information from Abby Babby before. Lots of people did. She's saying, update, the search party has left and no medical examiner showed up, so they didn't find him. But now I want to know why Jake led them there. Is he playing games? I don't know. I didn't read the second part. Let's see. They may have possibly found the body of Emmanuel Haro. This hasn't been confirmed yet, but the TikTok user Sanovicta posted a video showing Jake Haro with investigators along the freeway, and now there's a big presence back there of search party members and police on the terror live on the scene. Right, and this was the update up here. So if there was a body, they certainly would have had the medical examiner there. No medical examiner so far, okay? Let's see what else we got going on. That's why we got to slow it down. It's possible that he could be found, but at the same time, what I'm looking at right now, so I'm looking at some of these pictures. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull some of them out. We got an album here. Let's see if I can pull this out. Save all. All right, let's do this. Let's put that in downloads. Downloads. Select folder. So I'm downloading these pictures real quick. I want to show you guys. This is all on the fly, guys. So you guys know I like to do a smooth show with easy and smooth transitions and all that good stuff. But right now, everything is on the fly, okay? So let's keep listening to this secret recording while I get this other stuff up.
It does.
I'm just saying, slow it down, people. A lot of people are very emotional about this, okay? These things take time. Now I'm putting my detective hat on, okay? Now I'm talking to you like a professional, talking to, a victim who's been a part of a crime, and you're trying to get answers, or you're trying to get answers today, okay? I'm not trying to talk down to you, but now my professional hat comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's very emotional about this case. People want to see justice for this boy. I want to see justice for this baby, but we got to slow it down. It doesn't happen in one day, all right? Sometimes you bring a guy out and he's saying, this is where the body's at, and it's not there, Okay? Sometimes people give false confessions. All right? Sometimes people give partial confessions, and it takes time for them to get that full confession out. Sometimes guys will give you something else, but it's not what you're looking for. For all we know, that he could be leading them out there to show them where the cartel hides the kilos, but not the body. We don't know. We're not a part of those conversations. So we don't know if he was leading them out there because he's trying to offer them and proffer them something other than what they're initially looking for, which is the baby. Or he could be blaming it on his wife. He could be saying she's the one who did it, and I think this is where she dumped the body. That's probably a very probable thing. Because remember, he blamed Vanessa, and he said Vanessa's the one that hurt Carolina. When in all actuality, we know it was him who hurt Carolina. Because at the end of the day, Vanessa pled to a misdemeanor of child cruelty, and he pled to the felony of child cruelty. So he could be leading them out there. Remember, Jake is a very selfish, psychotic person, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. So I'm speaking out my booty butt right now, but I am an experienced detective. So I know people a little bit. I just can't diagnose you. To me, this guy's a psychopath. He's also a very selfish person. So it's not beyond reason that Jake might say, I didn't do it. Wasn't me. Rebecca did it. And I believe that she hid the body over here. She told me that she dumped him along I-60. I think she dumped him over there. Well, you think you can lead us to the body? I might be able to. Or you could do like what most perps do. They mitigate. Well, I didn't do it, but I did help her dispose of the body, because he's looking at it like, well, 10 years is better than life. If I admit to helping her dispose of the body, well, maybe I get 10 to 15 years instead of life in prison if I say that I'm the one who actually took the boy's life. So, well, do you know where the body's at? Well, I might be able to remember where it's at. It's somewhere along I-60. Well, you want us to take you along with us? Yeah, that would be helpful. And now he leads them and it's not there. Because I got to tell you, what I would expect to see along that road, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing. Let me see here. I'm not seeing. This is not a forensic trailer. It's a horse trailer. That's not forensic trailer. It's another of a horse trailer. If you knew you were going to see a body, they would call forensics to come with them immediately. If you're being led to a body, you bring forensics with you. Forensics hangs out, wait. Once you positively identify, we have a body here, now forensic comes in. They're not coming in from 20, 30 miles away. This is not a metropolitan area where the forensics team is maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes away. Maybe traffic is 30 minutes. No, this is the wild. This is the desert. You bring in forensic with you. This is not something that happens on the fly. This is something that's planned. You're removing a person who's been locked up in county jail to a crime scene, a possible crime scene. This is a heavily coordinated and planned out endeavor. It's not something that's done on the fly. This would be heavily coordinated. I don't see half of the assets that would normally be out there if, in fact, you're going out there to find a body. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is be calm and wait. Wait until it's verified. A couple of YouTubers like me, that does not mean verification. I'm probably one of the most experienced people on this platform, but I don't know ish because I'm not there. It's not my case. I left my cases in the office before I came here to go live with you. We're all speculating. So unless one of these TikTokers, much respect to them because they're doing an amazing job. This is not to throw shade, but unless they are getting word from somebody on the scene, unless On the Terror says, I just spoke to this detective over here and he told me they found a body, there's no body yet. Unless On the Terror is showing you the body, which I hope he wouldn't. I hope he'd at least block it out because we don't need to see baby Haro in that state. There's no body. All Strategic is saying, I'm not saying that the body's not found. I'm just saying, let's wait. Let's be calm because I'm not seeing the assets out there. I'm not seeing it. And allegedly, some TikTokers are saying body's there. Other TikTokers are saying everybody left. Nobody's there. I don't know. Let's keep listening to the secret recording.
It is.
Balling or so.
No, you're just numb right now.
Yeah,
you're just numb, you know?
The cops were treating us was horrible.
Really?
Let's go back because we stopped it in the middle of it. I want you guys to get context on it because this is a really important recording. This really goes into like their story, how bullcrap their story sounded when they first told it. They're also separating themselves in terms of, he's like, yo, I'm at the football game. And she's like, well, I went to the store and I took the baby. So she's incriminating herself even more so than him. If he's the one who actually took baby Haro's life, which we don't know for sure, but that's what I believe, she's putting more of the brunt on her because she's putting herself as the last person to be alive, or rather to have baby Haro alive with her. That makes her more so of a suspect than him. That's crazy how people can set themselves up for failure because I really don't believe that she's the one that ended this baby. It's possible, but I don't believe it based off of the history of Jake. But let's listen to it again from the beginning. It's not a long video. It's only 2 minutes, only a 2-minute recording. Let's listen.
Is that the sister?
Yeah.
Do you guys only have 2 kids?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine, you know. I try to put myself in that. I'm like, I know they're up. We were like, we know they're up. They're not sleeping, you know. We were up too, and you know, we're just like,
we're exhausted.
I know. I bet.
Partially delusional.
Where were you at when this happened?
I was at the park. I was at the park watching my son play football.
So somebody said it's not a secret recording. That's how it's flying around on the internet. I don't know. I don't know. I just saw a secret recording, so I'm reporting it. If it's not secret, then I don't know. I'm telling you right now, I just know that what's being said is very probative to me. So take it for its face value of what's being said. Let's keep going.
Well, I have her
And then I go on, I take the baby. We're shopping.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I go to the store.
It was horrible.
Yeah. It does.
Worst feeling ever.
It is.
Balling or so.
No, you're just numb right now.
Yeah,
you're just numb, you know?
The cops were treating us was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a roller
You don't want to
coaster.
let us know nothing.
There are a lot of good cops there. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
They're just doing their job, but
Yeah,
it's a horrible feeling, you know?
No, yeah. So I seen on the picture like your baby was something wrong with the eyes. Is that what they're saying?
He had a little lazy eye.
Okay.
But it's getting corrected, and he was corrected.
No, he was on no medication or nothing? Okay, so.
He's a healthy baby, so his little eye sometimes goes.
Yeah, my daughter was like that too. Yeah, so.
She was on medication for her eyes?
Yeah.
What was she?
Well, she had a genetic. It was a genetic disease. It was in December. That's when like it's cold, you know?
That's his
When
birthday.
his birthday was.
Oh, yeah. Her birthday's December 6th, and she got like a flu and all that, was admitted. They didn't think nothing of it. I'm sorry. Until they did genetic testing, and then, you know, it's hard. But this is harder, you know? This is harder.
Wow. I want to run that back one more time. I really do because I'm trying to digest this while doing 1,000 other things. I want to see if there's anything else that's probative, and it's just 2 minutes. One more time.
Is that the sister?
Yeah.
Do you guys only have 2 kids?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine, you know. I try to put myself in that. I'm like, I know they're up. We were like, we know they're up. They're not sleeping, you know. We were up too, and you know, we're just like,
We're We're exhausted.
I know, I bet.
Partially delusional.
Where were you at when this happened?
I was at the park. I was at the park watching my son play football.
With Mackenzie.
Well, I had her with me.
And then I go on, I take the baby. We're shopping.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I go to the store.
It was horrible.
It does.
Worst feeling ever.
It is.
Been balling or so.
No, you're just numb right now.
Yeah,
You're just numb, you know?
The way the cops were treating us was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a roller
You want to let
coaster.
us know
All
now?
right, so I found a news source on this one, guys. I want to share this with you guys. This is Yahoo News. Really quick. This one is new. It's a news aggregator. So this came from the Palm Springs Desert Sun. Okay. So this is from the Palm Springs Desert Sun. This one sheds a lot of light on what we've been seeing. And unfortunately, from this article, from me just perusing it, but we're going to read it together. Emmanuel Haro has not been found. Has not been found. So you're hearing it here. I'm not the first one to report it, obviously, but you're hearing it here on True Crime Strategic. It's been confirmed by the Sheriff's Department, as this article is going to state, that he has not been found. That's why you guys pay me in the real world. I barely get paid here on YouTube. But you pay me in the real world for in my day job as a detective to have a cool head, okay? Because, listen, jumping the gun is not going to help anybody. You know what I'm saying? All it does is cause people pain, because there's a lot of people who are very emotionally invested in this case. And it's breaking their heart when they hear at one moment that, yeah, they found him. And then they have to hear the next moment that he has not been found. So we slow it down. That's what we do. That's why we say it in the business. We say, slow it down. When you don't need help anymore, you know, when you got the suspect under control, you say, slow it down. Central, tell everybody slow it down. That means tell these cops stop running towards you, because somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get a car accident. Slow it down. So let's read this article. Jake Haro on the scene of search for son Emmanuel Haro along shoulder of State Road 60. So we can verify that that was Jake Haro. A search for the missing 7-month-old Cabazon boy continues Sunday, August 24th along the westbound shoulder of State Route 60, and one of the baby's parents was present. Let's see here. I see I got an email. I'll check that in a second. A Desert Sun editor spotted several first responders along the westbound shoulder of the 60 freeway near Gilman Springs Road in Moreno Valley Sunday afternoon. When a reporter contacted the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, an officer confirmed an active search for Emmanuel Haro was underway in the area. Investigators were assisted by cadaver dogs on the scene. The department said, adding that Father Jake Haro who was arrested on Friday on suspicion of murder with malice, was at the location with detectives. Let's keep going. The department did not respond to questions about the details of Jake's involvement, but told the Desert Sun at 4:45 p.m. that he was en route back to the jail, which was the same thing that was reported by Abby Babby. I like her name. The Sheriff's Department said Emmanuel was not located. No additional details about the search are available. Jake and Rebecca Haro were arrested Friday at their home on Ramona Street on suspicion of murder with malice and were being held without bail, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Okay, let's go back up here again. I just breezed through that. That's the most important thing in this article. The Sheriff's Department said Emmanuel was not located. No additional details about the search are available. Boom. Okay? Very, 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 very sad. That's why here on True Crime with Strategic, we're not interested in being first. We're interested in being right. Okay? We're interested in being right. We're not always perfect. We make mistakes. But a lot of you guys are new to this channel, and you will find out very quickly that we are not averse to saying, I'm sorry. If we're wrong, we say we're sorry. So if there's anybody out there who's like full-throatedly saying, he's found, he's found, he's found, please go back to your audience. Your audience will respect you. Believe me, I learned the hard way, okay? I've been doing this for a while on YouTube, all right? I'm just now getting noticed, but I've been here on the platform for a while. Your audience will respect you when you say, hey, guys, I really want justice for Emmanuel. I'm excited to be a part of this process. I jumped the gun. I'm sorry. That's it. You will be forgiven and all will move on and breeze over. But he has not been found. Let's keep going. Jake and Rebecca Haro were arrested Friday at their home on Ramona Street on suspicion of murder with malice and were being held without bail, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Jake, 32, was being held at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility, according to a Riverside County inmate database. Rebecca, 41, was being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's a lot for us to talk about. Let's get back to what we were talking about. All right. So let's finish out this for the second time we listened to it. Let's finish it out, and then we're gonna go on to some of the other things that were said. Number one, I want to read the article where she's talking about not giving up on finding her son, and we're also going to read an article or listen to a news story about the fact that Jake and Rebecca may be tied to additional allegations of child abuse that may or may not be related to Emmanuel. We're going down a rabbit hole, people. I don't know. All right, big shout. At one point, we had almost 3,000 people listening on this live. I haven't asked because we've been trying to kind of figure out whether Emmanuel was found or not, but I'm going to ask you now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, it's going to be at least 1,000 people who are watching us live right now who have not hit the like button and also who have not subscribed to the channel. Let's make sure you subscribe to the channel. We would like to get to 100,000 subscribers, and we have less than 5,000 people to go before we can get to 100,000. That's number one. Number two, we're asking for you to hit the like button because that gets us into the algorithm. Hitting the like button, engaging in the chat, whether that's a conversation or just a thumbs up, that's all engaging. In fact, even a thumbs down is engagement too, believe it or not. YouTube knows that people sometimes just hate, so they don't really weigh the thumbs up and the thumbs down. They weigh them the same. They weigh them as engagement. So if you hit the like button, regardless whether it's up or down, you're helping the channel. So we do appreciate everybody who helped the channel, who supports us, even our haters. We appreciate you too because you're helping the channel. So hit that thumbs up so that we can get into that algorithm and they could show us to a wider audience. That's all we want, so that we could get to that 100,000. Less than 5,000 people to get to 100,000 subscribers. What a milestone it will be when we get there, and we do hope to get there soon. All right, now the next thing is I want to go to this fan funding because I've been so busy, I didn't even check the people who have showed us love. First of all, big shout out to Kathy Waters, who's now a recruit member. Kathy Waters also gave a 5 gift memberships. 5 gift memberships. Now, Kathy, you became a recruit member, but you have to understand that you gave 5 gift memberships to the patrol level. So the people that you gifted a membership to actually have a higher tier than you do. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and upgrade to patrol level so you're not missing out on anything. But thank you so much, Kathy, for your generosity. I just had to let you know that, all right? Because you're so generous, I want to make sure you're not shortchanging yourself. Nina Drew gave us a 99-cent gift super sticker. It's a sad face crying. A $4.99 super sticker came from Hello, There You All. Says, my ex-husband is a homicide detective, and I wish he could channel it better. What does that mean? Wish he could channel it better. Not be so jaded. Okay, I understand what you're saying. You said channel it emotionally. Not be so jaded, but I understand what he deals with too. Horrific things. Absolutely. I think my secret, which we're totally different people, is that I've never let go of my ability to channel my inner child, using your words, channel my inner child. So that's why we joke on this channel. That's why I smile. That's why I play with my kids. I get on my knees and I play G.I. Joe with my sons, and I play Barbies with my daughters when they play Barbies. They're a little too grown for that. I crack jokes. I laugh. I tell corny dad jokes. It's a part of me, yes, but I don't want to let it go because it's what continues to bring me joy. Because if you take this too personally and you allow it to sink into your being, it will destroy you. And the fact that you're saying that your husband is so jaded, from one professional to another, I don't do homicide, I do X crimes, but his victims don't talk, my victims talk. And I have to sit there across from him. I'm not minimizing. What he does is a greater thing than what I do. It's homicide first, then it's X crime second. So he's on the creme de la creme. He's at the top of the food chain, and I'm just behind him. But my victims tell me what happened to them and cry to me and sometimes beat me up because I'm the only person they can beat up. And many times I have to watch videos of what happened to my victims. The only way I'm still here, able to smile with you, is by walling that off and taking joy in other parts of my life. So that's what I would say to your husband. I don't know if I can say anything to him because he's a pro. He might just say, who's this guy to tell me anything? But I'd say, brother, wall it off. Don't put it in a corner. Embrace it, but separate it from your real life and take as much joy out of your real life as you could possibly take. I'm sorry to go off on that tangent, but I'm talking to a fellow brother, and I'm trying my best to give him what little I have to give in this world. All right. Big shout out to you. Hello there, you all. I appreciate you for that super chat. Ma'am 7755-199 super chat says, will they give him a lighter sentence? I hope not. Well, they didn't find anybody, so whatever deal he thought he was striking, it's not working. Mind your business with a 199 super chat says, long time sincere. I've shown love, high strategic. Love you. Appreciate you. H. Cheng, been with me for a little bit. Appreciate you. H. Cheng says, 999 super chat says, sending love and support from California. Appreciate you. Cat Fab, who's now a recruit member, welcome. April Ann 5749, $2 super chat says, why do you think Jake was out there then? Well, we know why he's out there. He was leading them somewhere, but unfortunately they didn't find anything. Barb Murray with a $2 super chat says, thanks for the truth. And a $20 super chat from Hilson, who says 4.6K left to go. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, let's get back into this.
There are a lot of good cops. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
They're just doing their jobs, but it's a horrible feeling, you know?
No, yeah. So I seen on the picture, like your baby was something wrong with the eyes. Is that what they're saying?
A little lazy eye.
Okay.
But it's getting corrected, and he was correcting it.
No, he was on no medication or nothing? Okay, so.
He's a healthy baby, so his little eye sometimes.
So they said he was a healthy baby. He just had a little lazy eye, but they were correcting it, and that's it. But he was a healthy baby.
Goes.
Yeah, my daughter was
What's up?
like that too.
Yeah,
so.
She was on medication for her eyes?
Yeah.
What was she?
Well, she had a genetic. It was a genetic disease. It was in December. That's when like it's cold, you know?
That's his
when
birthday.
his birthday was.
Oh, yeah. Her birthday's December 6th, and she got like a flu and all that, was admitted. They didn't think nothing of it. I'm sorry. Until they did genetic testing, and then, you know, it's hard. But this is harder, you know? This is hard.
All right, so now we're going to go over to KTL News. Let's see what they got. They've been on this. They're like one of the best news sources out there on this. This is regarding the father being out there. Father of 7-month-old missing in California, assisted in search for child's remains. The father of missing 7-year-old Emmanuel Haro, who is presumed dead, assisted investigators Sunday in Moreno Valley for the remains of the child. Authorities in both San Bernardino and Riverside counties launched an extensive search on August 14th after Rebecca, 41, and Jake Haro, 32, said that the little boy was kidnapped from a parking lot of a Yucaipa Big Five sporting goods store after a stranger reportedly knocked Rebecca unconscious, leaving her with a black eye. First of all, Rebecca better start speaking up soon, because this father of hers, this baby daddy, he's angling to put her under the bus. That's what he's angling to do. He's angling to throw her under the bus. She better start squealing very, very, very soon. Otherwise, she's going to be left holding the bag for this. And maybe she's the one who did it. And if that's the case, then justice needs to be served where she's the one who's punished the more severely. But if Jake is the one who did it, like I think he is, and guys, if you're not paying attention, when I think things, they usually come true. If Jake is the one who did it, she's going to be left holding the bag for something she didn't do. Let's keep going. In the days following the alleged kidnapping, new revelations emerged, including that the couple was being uncooperative with investigators from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. That video of Rebecca with a black eye on August 3rd may exist, and that officials removed the couple's two-year-old from their custody, and that Jake Haro has a previous felony conviction for willful child cruelty. Investigators turned their attention to the parents, using cadaver dogs during a search of the family's Carbazon home and seizing Jake's vehicles. Let me make this a little bit bigger because you guys know I'm getting old. I got old eyes. Can barely see it. Along with their cell phones and other electronics to preserve and process any potential evidence. Let's keep going. So this is him out there in the field. This is even better footage. Look at that. Look at that. Even better footage that we've seen before. Look at him out there in the field. This dude is out there in the field. Okay, let's keep going, man. They're on it. They are on it. Where's it at? I lost it. Oh. Here we go. They're on the field. Okay. 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 Let's do it. All right. Oh, they got more pictures? Oh. Okay. I told you these guys were searchers, that they look like searchers. Okay. Wow. Hold on here. We got a video. Hold on. We got a video.
You can see Jake Haro.
And with breaking news in the search for baby Emmanuel, authorities were seen searching an area near the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley.
And right alongside them was the baby's father, who is accused in the 7-month-old baby's murder. We want to show you this video. It's from just a couple of hours ago. This is near Gilman Springs Road out there, and you can see.
You see why the camera is shaking like that? Because they got the super zoom on. That thing is maxed out on the zoom. It's a good camera. Please hit that like button, guys. We're almost at 3,000 people. This will be a record for my show. Almost 3,000 people streaming with me right now. Please hit that like button, support the channel, and make sure that you're subscribed.
Jake Haro there in the orange prison jumpsuit. Cadaver dogs, though, also out there assisting in the search for Emmanuel. But deputies say he was not located there. Now, Jake Haro and the baby's mother, Rebecca Haro, were arrested at their Cabazon home Friday morning on suspicion of murder.
And these arrests came just over a week after the Haros reported the baby missing. After Rebecca claimed.
Hold on. We had over 3,000 people streaming with me. You know what that means? I'm going to be giving 5 free gift memberships to True Crime with Strategic. Wow. Over 3,000 people is a record for my show. Please do hit the like button.
That she was attacked while changing Emmanuel's diaper outside a Big 5 store in Yucaipa. Deputies say the baby is presumed dead, and they're now working to recover his remains. The Haros are expected to make their first court appearances on Tuesday.
All right. Wow. This is crazy. Okay. Boom. Great job, Aki. Aki found that one. Aki is so on point. I hate giving my sister cool points because it goes to her head, but she's on point today. That's why she keep calling me and screaming at me. Check your email. I'm sending you stuff right now. All right, so this is more stuff here. Okay, so it's kind of going back to like in a house where they were doing their thing.
Developing news now out of Temecula. Multiple people are.
Let's go ahead and get that out there. It's so sad that you're getting that kind of news. So let's get back to the actual article. Okay. So Emmanuel's parents were arrested Friday morning on suspicion of murder after a widely publicized search for their son. Escorted by deputies, Jake was seen in a prison jumpsuit assisting in search and rescue crews near the 60 freeway and Gilman Springs Road in Moreno Valley. Investigators with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department were also seen using cadaver dogs. Sheriff's officials confirmed to KTLA that afternoon search was wrapping up and the 7-month-old remains were not located, ladies and gentlemen. So we have yet another source, this one with even better footage, advising us that his body, unfortunately, was not located. Let me go to fan funding real quick. Some people have some questions. We want to make sure we show them the love that they deserve. Okay. Barb Murray says, thanks for the truth. We appreciate you. $2 super chat. Lacey Scullio with a $5 super says, you are a good dude and dad. Do you think Jake is building his case? Question mark. against your wife, against his wife, making it look like she told him he put the baby there and it isn't. I think that's possible, and I think we addressed that too. Yes, I think it's possible that he's 100% cooperating. To what extent of cooperation, we don't know. Is he being honest about his cooperation? We don't know. Okay, because obviously he went out there with search crews and we did not find the baby. All right. So he could just be stringing them along. I have no idea, all right? But he's out there, and guess what?
Does that make sense?
She's not.
Does that make sense?
I say that one more time for the people in the back of the room because we got over 3,000 people in here. We're like a mini theater right now on Broadway. I'm like a Broadway theater guy. To the people in the back of the theater, he's out there, and she's not. So that's already telling us he's cooperating and she is not. Let's keep going. Hello, there you are with a $5 super chat says, well, it's all's up the story. If nobody even knew the baby, it could have been unknown. Were they expected to show the baby? Doctor apartment party, something? Come on. Y'all got to help me out. I'm old. I can't even understand this. So I think what she's saying, why all's up the story? You know what? $5 super chat. I 100% apologize. Please rephrase what you're asking, and Aki will pin it. And when I see it, I will answer your question. I know I have like potato fingers when I'm typing half the time. I just can't understand what you're writing, but I do want to show you respect for breaking bread with me. I will answer your question if you rewrite it, and Aki will let me know. All right, Funky Monkey with a $2 super chat says they can use this as leverage to get her to flip. That's possible. But if he's providing information that's proving she's the one who actually killed the baby, then there's no flipping her. They're just going to use him against her, and she's the one who's going to be punished for the crime. And lastly, Barb Murray Bab says with a $5 super chat, this is for Aki and you. Buy a bear. Appreciate you. But she'd probably appreciate it a little bit more if you gave her some coffee, which you guys can find above the screen over here. That way, buy coffee to support the Strategic Eyes Show research crew. They're the ones who's dropping these jewels for me right now, okay? All right, let's keep going. Let's get back into this bad boy. Okay, now, you know what? Let me read it right now. So, hello, are you there? Says the super chat turns your words around. Why? So what she says is, why make up the story? Nobody knew they had the baby. Was the baby expecting to be seen by a doctor or a party or something, and they needed to cover it up? That's a really good comment. I think it gets to the point where it doesn't even have to be that it's a doctor's appointment or something like that. There are people who knew that the baby existed. Like at the funeral, people were asking about the babies. At least I believe they were asking about the baby. Other people are saying, oh, they were talking to somebody else. I believe that that family member was talking to Rebecca. After a while, people are going to start asking questions, and your excuses are going to make them suspicious. And then you remember, these people are dealing with guilty knowledge. They know what they did. They know that a human being that existed no longer exists anymore. So they're going to have to come to a point where they're going to say, well, what are we going to do about explaining the fact that this child doesn't exist anymore, that we can't produce this child to anyone? And then, you know, being non-sophisticated people, they're going to come up with a cockamamie story like, oh, I got punched in my face by some Mexican guy who said hola, and it knocked me to the ground, and he stole my baby. That's what you're going to be left with if you're not sophisticated. Let's keep going. I'm going to go back now to, we're going to pivot now over. If we get more stuff, this is going to be a disjointed kind of show. We're going to be going back and forth and stuff like that because we're getting information on the fly. The research crew is feeding me information. You guys are emailing me stuff. If you have good stuff, go ahead and send it to the email, and we'll definitely read it out in the show. But I wanted to talk about the fact that somebody broke into the property of the Haros, and they were apparently, allegedly, given tours. Now, we were able to get this video of the aftermath where police are actually kind of like responding to it, and neighbors are talking about it. I want to play that for you. I want to answer a question, though, before I play it. People asked me inside of the email, on YouTube and all these other platforms that I have. Will this affect the case? The answer is no. The reason why them breaking into the house and giving tours is not going to affect the case is the fact that they were able to break into the house means that forensics was done with the house. If forensic was not done with the house, there would be an officer posted on the house to make sure nobody goes into it. The fact that nobody's posted on the house and the house was free and clear and open for people to be able to sneak in there means that they've completed their forensic analysis of the house. We also heard that they were pulling up floorboards. They were taking carpet and floorboards and other evidentiary material out of the home and taking it for evidence. They're done. Now, should the people who broke into this home be charged? Absolutely. What I would do is I would charge them with burglary, not simple trespassing, because they went into that house for the purpose of committing a crime. The purpose of committing a crime is to fraudulently sell tickets for a tour. That's a burglary. Trespassing is just being in an area that you're not supposed to be in, but you're just there. You're not doing anything else. Burglary is when you go into a structure in order to commit a crime, and selling tickets is fraud. So they should be charged with a burglary. Now, did they charge anybody? I don't know. We're going to play the video right now and see what happened.
That's okay. Why would you think that's physically okay? Mentally okay? This is the place you say, because I didn't go in their house.
And once again, big shout out to Action News Network. That's the video that we're using right now. Action News Network's video. Let's keep going.
And you telling people I went in their house? Am I pointing at you? No. You did a minute ago. Yes, you did. But yeah, whoever, I'm going like this. But your whatever could make a big mistake for me. So you should think about it. In the street. You making this ruckus out here is a disgrace. You guys are acting like this is a fucking circus. My name in this shit. I didn't go in nobody's fucking. I've been standing there the whole time. I told them I did walk right there, but that's not their property. But I did not go in their yard.
A bone, but we don't know what that bone was. Like an arm bone, a neck bone, a leg bone. It was a bone, just a rib bone. It was in the back. Okay, so in the backyard, I don't know. There's no fence blocking it off. So there is a fence blocking where that door is open, and that's where I saw those two white girls go in. And they told straight out, they told all of us they wanted to go inside the house and video it. So I know it was them, but they went in the whole house. Well, and that's I wouldn't want to go in the house. Like, there's no way I would go inside. That's just creepy to me.
All right, real quick. Hello, there you are. There you all are. Says, what would make Ellie look at floorboards or something? Did they see it last week but needed DNA? Is it the amount that they have found? Is it the amount they found? So that's a $5 super chat. They would most likely look at floorboards because there's blood that's down there. It's some type of physical evidence. Of course, if there's like saw marks because they were maybe sawing on the ground, I don't know. I'm just giving you examples. Hack marks on the ground. We don't typically see that on people's floors. Bullet holes or blood. So if there's blood on the carpet, what is blood going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Blood is going to seep through the carpet onto the subfloor, right? If you had a good carpet job, you're going to probably have foam down there. And then below the foam is going to be actual wood floorboards. If you have a house that has wood floorboards, which most houses have, right? Some of them may have cement, but most houses have wood floorboards. Blood is going to seep through all of that, especially if it's not properly cleaned and through time, and even if it is cleaned. So let's say you do put some soap and water down there, you're trying to, pick it all up. What are you doing? You're now diluting that blood and making it even larger quantity of that biological material that's now being spread out and pushed into the carpet, pushed further into the subfloor, pushed further down where it's now having contact with the floorboard. Now, what happens with wood? Ladies and gentlemen, wood is fibrous. Wood is porous. Wood is fibrous and is porous, which means that even water-treated wood will absorb liquid, will absorb blood, just like it'll absorb water. So whether it's blood filled with cleaning solution or just blood itself, you better believe it's down there in that floorboard. So wherever they found that area that interests them, that allegedly had the abundance of blood that they said, because they said it was a whole lot of blood, they're going to take the carpet, they're going to take the subfloor, they're also going to take the boards down there, the wood planks down there. Let's keep going.
We're inside there.
Listen, we were right here because the guy kept trying to offer people tours.
Then why would you think that's okay? Why would you think that's physically okay? Mentally okay? This is the way you say, because I didn't go in their house, and you telling people I went in their house. Am I pointing at you? No. You did a minute ago.
Yes, you did.
But yeah, whoever did. I'm going like
yeah,
this.
but your whatever could make a big mistake for me, so you should think about it.
In the street.
You making this ruckus out here is a disgrace.
You guys are acting like it's ridiculous that people are going inside the fucking house.
I didn't go inside.
Yes, I seen you.
I didn't go in the house.
You went into the property.
I didn't go in the house.
But you were inside there.
We were right here because the guy kept trying to offer people tours.
The one that you guys can't find.
Why would you think that's okay?
Yeah.
Why would you think that's physically okay? Mentally okay?
Yeah, well,
this
you
is
need
the
to watch
place.
what you say, because I didn't go in their house, and you're telling people I went in their house.
Am I pointing at you? No.
You did a minute ago.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you
whoever
did.
I'm going like
yeah,
this.
but your whatever could make a big mistake for me.
I'm not laughing. That's kind of weird. Like, it's just like, am I pointing? You know, I'm going like this. Whatever. You see, it's emotionally charged, man. People are really suffering. And you know, they're going through it with this. And it's sad that whoever's in there, I don't know who was there. I think the fact that they're standing there makes them weirdos, in my opinion. Because obviously if they're standing there, they're not parts of that community. So the question is, what are you doing here? You know, and the fact that she believes that at least a few of them went in there, that sucks. Like, they call it murder porn. You know, people and true crime junkies. You know, they get pleasure out of these cases. You know, you're supposed to want justice. You're supposed to be here on my show, on every other show that's live right now. Because, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, I've got almost 3,000 people. I'm fluctuating over 3,000, and I know that there's a million other shows. So, wow, you know, I'm humbled that so many people have decided to watch me when you have so many other options out there. But everybody who's watching this should not be watching this because for shits and giggles. Should be watching this because you just want the baby to be found and you want justice for the baby. And these folks who are going into the home for a tour, whoever they may be, they're disgusting people. They really are. They're sick, disgusting people. Those people aren't going home saying, hey, you know, I helped find justice for that child. They're probably going home doing other things that we don't need to talk about. Probably things more aligned with what I investigate because they're nasty. And believe me, you know, maybe I'm jaded. There are nasty people out there. You guys don't understand how sick and diabolical people are when it comes to sex. Like, people are nasty. Nasty, and one more word that goes along with it, cruel. People are nasty and cruel. And when you do what I do, when you do what Hello There You All husband does, he's a homicide detective, you will see with your own eyes. You have a front row ticket to the wildest ride in the world, to the most entertaining show in the world. You will see with your own eyes how nasty and selfish and diabolical and cruel your fellow human beings can be. Kind of cruel, like the type of person that would end a 7-month-old, allegedly, because we know that baby might be 8 or 9 months old from what they're saying lately. Little boy, how cruel. Let's keep going. After that, we got another statement from the Sheriff's Department we want to play for you guys or read.
Me, so you should think about it.
Down the street.
You making this ruckus out here is a disgrace.
You guys are acting like this is a fucking circus.
All right, let's go ahead to this article that Aki so graciously sent me. I don't even know where I put it. Lost in the sauce, baby. Lost in the sauce. Here we go. My apologies. All right, so it's the San Bernardino dudes. They like to put a lot of pictures up. All right, update. Emmanuel Haro case, August 24th, 2025, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Let's read it. This afternoon, a search for Emmanuel Haro was conducted. Let me read it like the law enforcement guys do it at the podium. This afternoon, a search for Emmanuel Haro was conducted along the westbound shoulder of the 60 freeway near Gilman Spring Road in Moreno Valley. Investigators were assisted by cadaver dogs. Jake Haro was at the location with detectives. The search has concluded and Emmanuel was not located. The investigation to find Emmanuel continues. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? That's it. So just another official statement verifying that Emmanuel was not found today. But yeah, we're going to keep at it. And we definitely have to show you guys the proof of it. So I don't want you guys thinking that, we're not on the up and up with this bad boy. All right, so let's keep going.
Developing news now out of Temecula. Multiple people.
Let's get that out of there. Trying to get to where I was at. We covered that. All right, so now we get to the article. Oh, my God. We're finally getting to the article, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, we got to be well over an hour. Yup, an hour and 6 minutes before we got to the article. Wow. Aki's probably gonna have to cut this one out and make it into a short because this is what we wanted to lead with, but we ended up leading with everything else we led with. So let's get to the article because I think this is telling. And now that Emmanuel has not been found, then this is still very relevant. It's still very relevant. Let's keep going. Now it looks like she has 2 bruises. Looks like she has 2 black eyes, and the research crew pointed that out to me on a picture that they sent me. I don't know, man. I think this lady's got a story to tell. I don't know if it's ignorance. I know she comes from a family of murderers, a family of very interesting folk. I don't know what's going on here, but she needs to spill the beans. Unless she is the one that killed Emmanuel Haro, she needs to spill the beans because she looks like she's been through it. And how a man could beat on his woman, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not interested in it. I don't know how another man could be. Let's keep going. I will not give up on my baby, says Cabazon mother. What did she say? I will not give up on my baby. Oh, hell no. Says Cabazon mother jailed on suspicion of murder.
Does that make sense?
Don't make no sense to me. Rebecca Haro, who, along with husband Jake, was arrested on suspicion of murder in the disappearance of their 7-month-old son, Emmanuel, said in a jailhouse interview on August 24th, 2025, that Jake is a good father who would never hurt a baby.
Does that make sense?
Oh, she said he would never hurt a baby, ladies and gentlemen. Well, doesn't make any sense to me because we know that Jake has already hurt a baby. If there's no evidence that will ever link Jake to Emmanuel Haro's disappearance and maybe even murder, which we know he's probably dead, we know for a fact that he destroyed Carolina, a.k.a. Promise. We know for a fact he destroyed that little girl who's now operating with 3% of her brain function, who cannot eat on her own, who cannot use the restroom on her own, who cannot walk, who cannot talk, who has to have phlegm cleared out of her throat every couple of hours. Otherwise, she will literally choke on her own phlegm and pass away. That is the legacy of Jake Haro. So for her to say that he would never hurt a baby is literally an abomination of words. An abomination of words, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. A subdued Rebecca Haro sat hunched over in a 7th-floor inmate visiting area of the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside on Sunday morning and said she wished she were out there searching for her missing 7-month-old son, Emmanuel. Oh, hell no! You couldn't make this stuff up. The delusions of these criminals, ladies and gentlemen. I will not give up. I will not give up on my baby, Haro said August 24th in a jailhouse interview with a Southern California News Group reporter, during which she maintained that Emmanuel was kidnapped. She said he was kidnapped. Law enforcement authorities believe the baby is deceased and on Friday arrested Haro and her husband Jake Haro at their home in Cabazon on suspicion of murder. Malice murder, to be accurate. Malice murder. Murder with malice. Haro, 41, sat separated from a reporter by a glass window and communicated through a telephone hookup on Sunday. She wore a blue jail jumpsuit, her hair up in a bun as she was led away in handcuffs Friday, was now down to her shoulders. The once prominent bruise around her right eye has faded, but was still noticeable. Haro and her husband, Jake, 32, were arrested 8 days after the baby's mother reported that Emmanuel had been stolen from her after a kidnapper knocked her out while she changed the baby's diaper outside a Big Five in Yucaipa. Though the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says her story was a lie, she stuck by it on Sunday. Haro shook her head side to side when asked about widely circulating rumors that days before she reported the kidnapping, she went to the Big Five, told employees that her car had been burglarized, and asked whether the business had surveillance cameras. The Sheriff's Department did not respond to questions about that claim, so that has not been verified either, but Big Five people have said it, and also YouTubers such as myself has also repeated that as well. So just saying it hasn't been verified, but it's very likely that that's what happened. I want to be out looking for my baby, Haro said, appearing to cry. Is this the first time she's actually cried? Or do we listen to the words that the report is actually saying appearing to cry? Appearing to cry. The crying, the commitment to finding Emmanuel, and her account of the boy's disappearance, however, have all been called into question by investigators and the public. Over and over, people have noted Haro's composed, tearless crying during media interviews. The Uvalde Foundation for Kids, which offered to help the Haros hunt for Emmanuel on foot, withdrew their support when the parents stopped searching and failed to respond to subsequent reach-outs, and San Bernardino County Sheriff's investigators said unspecified inconsistencies in Haro's statement raised their suspicion. Let's zoom in a little bit more, because remember, guys, my eyes, I'm getting old. Investigators searched Haro's home and seized electronic belongings to Jake. Haro said Sunday that she married Jake Haro in 2021. This is good. I want to hear about their story. Hopefully she gives us a little bit more. Aware of his previous child cruelty case and that their relationship had been wonderful.
Oh my God!
She knew about his previous child cruelty case and still gave him 2 babies.
Oh my God!
Disgusting. Diabolical, and more importantly, irresponsible. I'm throwing all the SAT words at this lady, all of them, the whole book. Irresponsible. You made this happen, Rebecca. Carolina foreshadowed this for you. Carolina sacrificed herself for you. She was she was Emmanuel before Emmanuel. You were supposed to learn the lessons of Carolina so that Emmanuel would not have experienced that fate. You should have had Emmanuel with somebody else. But you chose Jake, and now Emmanuel is dead. Let's keep going. He treats her well, she said, and the same goes to her 16-year-old child, a stepchild to Jake, and the couple's 2-year-old daughter and Emmanuel. He's a good dad, Rebecca Haro said, so there was a 16-year-old I was living with them too. You guys know that he's probably already been through 3 forensic interviews. I just picked 3 out of the ether. 3 sounds good, but he has at least been through 1. Guarantee you this boy has been forensically interviewed, and some of what he had to say probably is going to be used against his own parents. Because one thing about kids, they try and lie, but they don't lie well. And kids know right from wrong. And that 16-year-old, as much as he loves his mother, he's going to tell her what happened to his baby brother. He knows something. And now what he knows, the police know. Let's keep going. He's a good dad, Rebecca said. He would never hurt a baby. She said she retained an attorney but declined to provide the person's name. The Haros have not been charged. A tentative court date of August 26th has been set. Jake Haro, initially booked into the Riverside Jail, is now incarcerated at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Could have been because he has threats against his life. Could be because of the high-profile nature of his case. Could be because he needs protected custody and they don't have protected custody. Or maybe their protected custody is filled in the Riverside jail. Could be a lot of reasons as to why they moved Jake. Let's keep going. Could be also that they don't want, I don't know where Rebecca is. Let's see. Scroll up real quick. Where's Rebecca? Maybe they'll say. Let's see if Rebecca is, where's she lodged at? She's in the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. So it could also be that they don't want them to have any means of communication, because believe me, if there's a will, there's a way in prison. You can get a note from one end of the prison to the other if you have enough cigarettes. So I think they probably removed them for safety reasons or for the integrity of the case so that they don't collaborate, that they don't talk. Both are being held without the possibility of bail. Good. No bail for these losers. All right. I think that's it on that one. Perfect. I think we got to the last one. This is the last one that I have. I'll be checking the email, make sure. Wow. We're already at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Jeez Louise. What a live, man. This live has been having us on these emotional highs and these emotional lows. It's crazy. Wow. I should have drank an energy drink. I did this one without an energy drink. Usually I need my energy drink because I'm always tired. And I was like, you know what? No energy drink. I'm killing my heart doing that. God forbid. It's just not good for you, okay? And it's like, I think I need the energy drink. This one's got me exhausted. So this one right here, I know the article, I don't know if this news source is going to talk about, we'll see. Because sometimes they have like different news on the article. But this article is going to talk about the allegations of additional child abuse charges that either might be related or unrelated to Emmanuel. Let's go ahead and listen to that right now.
And we really are not seeing a lot of that fog to start the morning. What we are seeing are some subtropical. Not so for us right now. Thanks to.
So we're going to reload this and maybe. Let's see here.
Month-old Emmanuel Haro, who has been missing for more than a week now. His parents, Rebecca and Jake Haro, were arrested yesterday at their home in Cabazon. The couple had claimed their baby was kidnapped in Yucaipa, but detectives say their story quickly fell apart. Emmanuel is now believed to be dead. A community vigil was held last night. The couple is due in court next week. They're also at the center of other reports of abuse. Riverside County sheriffs say they responded to a call of child abuse in Moreno Valley on Thursday in relation to the Haros. We're looking into this and we'll bring you updates as they come in.
Wow, that's deep. I want to know.
Not so for us right now.
I really want to know what the details is of that, because they're not going to say it's in relation to them if it's just allegations. Like they went out there for a call of child abuse that involved this family. I really want to know what that's about. Big shout out to Erin Murphy, a longtime supporter of True Crime Strategic. We do appreciate her. She's also in law enforcement and does her part in bringing justice for victims of crime. With a $20 super chat, she says, Jake said 7 months old, but stopped counting his age when unalived, and the pic you showed being postmortem makes sense. Sadly, I've seen postmortem too. And, you know, these are all alleged, but just to give you some background, that's kind of what Erin does. You know, she's involved in the crime scene aspect of these cases, and she takes these photos. And so she's seen a lot of that. And so she's telling us, I'm not going to say it's her professional opinion because she didn't say that, but your opinion never leaves you. Whether you say it's your professional opinion or not, it's still an opinion that's informed by your experience. She's looking at that photo with her experience, and she's saying that looks like a postmortem photo. It looks like a postmortem photo to her. Let me see if I go ahead and bring that photo in before we read this this article. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I want you guys to see that. Look at that. He might be alive. He might very well be alive. But like I said in my little short, if he's not gone, then he's going. He might be alive. I don't know. I look at it again and I see some life in his eyes. I want to see life in his eyes. I know in my other video I say he's dead. He might be, but I want to see life in his eyes. But if he's not going in this picture, Or rather, if he's not gone in this picture, he's going. He's going, man. All right. It's very sad stuff here. Let's get back to this. Big shout out to Aaron with that super chat. We appreciate you. And we also got a 5-gift membership from Truth Hurts. 5-gift membership. Thank you so much, Truth Hurts, for sharing with this community and giving 5 lucky people the gift of membership. The gift of membership. So I do want to go to these comments real quick. L. Harley 210 with a $5 gift chat says, baby's been gone longer than August 14th. Jake wouldn't bury baby deep because he would be in a hurry and baby would have been naked and consider animal activity, my opinion. Okay, got you. All right. There's no bad thing as a bad theory. In the absence of the truth, there's no such thing as a bad theory. So I hear you. Hello, there you are. There you all are. Something to that effect says $5 super chat. Last chat, huh? We don't have to be the last if you don't want to. You might have to explain to your husband why your credit card bill's so high, though. Says, we don't know how much. Do you think Ellie knows a lot more and is just being tight-lipped? Love for Many E? Of course they know more. You know, they definitely know a whole lot more than we do. But if, in fact, they saw that body out there where Jake took them, we would know. Because there'd be a lot of activity and there would be a lot of more police presence, even though they had a lot, be even more. And they would have the forensics guys out there putting up the tent and removing the body. So the fact that we didn't see that basically means that they didn't find the body today. Wherever he led them, they could not find what they were looking for. And they would not leave until they found what they were looking for. And before we get back into this article, one more. Tory Bannister with a $5 super says, charges and court info have been removed from Jake's booking info. Wow. It's interesting. I don't know. Could be that it's too early for that, guys. You know, I don't think that they struck a deal with him yet. I don't know what that is. Could be they're updating it. Could be whatever. They're not going to strike a deal with him that quick until they find a body, and they're not going to give him total immunity because of his history. So he's not going to get total immunity. He's going to have to do some jail time. So some charge would be there. They're not letting Jake walk scot-free, all right? It's not going to happen. You know, what Jake is looking for is a reduced sentence. So that's interesting, and I do appreciate you telling me that information, Tory Bannister, 1,000%, but I'm not convinced. If you go on The Vine, if you go on The Crims, these are all different websites. You go in wherever like your local agency feeds their information in, depending on what time of the day, you're always going to see charges be removed and put back on because they're updating stuff and computer systems. I'm not excited about that yet because I think it's too early for them to be taking charges off of him if they haven't even found a body yet. It's too early for that. All right, let's keep going. Let's get back to the chat. And let's get to this article. So the search continues for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who has been missing for over a week. Now it appears his parents are tied to another abuse investigation. His parents, Rebecca and Jake Haro, were arrested on suspicion of murder on Friday at their home in Cabazon. Let's get this out of here before it starts playing. The couple had claimed that baby was kidnapped in Yucaipa on Thursday, August 14th, but detectives say the story quickly fell apart. Rebecca said she was attacked and knocked unconscious in a parking lot near a Big Five store in Yucaipa. When she regained consciousness, she told investigators her baby was gone, that he had been kidnapped. After Emmanuel's disappearance, the boy's parents came under scrutiny, and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said investigators found inconsistencies in the mother's story. The search for baby Emmanuel is ongoing, but the child is presumed dead. Investigators spent hours combing through parents' home in Cabazon on Friday. Deputies say the horrors are also at the center of other reports of abuse. Riverside County Sheriff's deputies say that they responded to a call of child abuse at a home in the 2300 block of Cottonwood Avenue in Moreno Valley on Thursday afternoon. They confirmed the investigation related to the Haros. So it could be that somebody called 911 to report past child abuse. It doesn't have to be that that was child abuse that was happening at that moment. They could have just called and said, listen, I want to report that I was a victim of abuse from one of them or both of them on this particular date and time. Deputy said investigation into alleged abuse is ongoing. No further details was released. Community vigil was held on Friday night for baby Emmanuel. Rebecca and Jay are due in court next week. I wish I could take off for that court date. But I can't. All right. If I ask Aki if we're going to do a call-in show, she will say no, because Aki hates the call-in shows, and I don't blame her. You don't know who's calling in. You know what's going on. But I'm going to leave it to the chat. So I want to see if you guys would like to do a call-in show. I'm saying call in. Yes, if you want a call-in show. No, if you don't. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. So far, the yeses are winning. Please make sure you hit that like button. By the way, guys, we have over 2,000 likes, and that's amazing. That is definitely a record for my show, and we have 2,900 people and counting watching, fluctuating between 3,000 and 29. That's a lot of people watching our show, and we do appreciate you guys. Once again, we're going to ask you to please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of people. I hate to sound like a broken record, but this is what YouTube actually tells us to do. They actually have like tutorial videos for creators to help us better our shows. And one of the tutorials tell us, keep asking your audience to hit the like button. Keep asking them to engage. Keep asking them to subscribe to the channel. That's the only way your channel will grow. So, there are going to be quite a few people, probably over 1,000 people who are watching this right now, and they have not subscribed to the channel. Some of them, this is their first time watching this. Others, they get every single new show that I do, but they haven't subscribed. The algorithm's just feeding it to them because of the amount of watch hours that they're putting into my show. If you're one of those folks, please hit that subscription button. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We have less than 5,000 to get there. Less than 5,000. To everybody else who've already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscription button and please hit that like button and make sure that all of your notifications are set for my channel so that when I go live, you will get notified and you could join us. I'm not one of those YouTubers that go live every single day and every minute I'm putting something inside of the community tab and your phone is just going to be like bing, 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 and you get tired of me like, screw this guy. He's blowing my phone up. That's not me. I only notify you when I'm going live, and I only go live when I have something probative to say. You will never see me go live just to say hi to you guys. I only go live when I have news to cover. So hit that notification for all so you don't miss out on the news and you don't miss out on being a part of this beautiful community, because this is the most special part of True Crime with Strategic. Our live shows where you can interact with the community. So 62% of you guys said we're going to do a call-in show. So let me get the number. Let me cue everything up, and we're going to be doing a call-in show. We'll take a few calls, and then we'll call it a day because I have to hang out with my kids. Does that make sense?
Does that make sense?
Does it make sense? I need to hang out with my kids. Makes sense?
Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me. All right. Copy that real quick. All right. Put that in the chat. I think it was a good show. It was a very informative show, good show. And we kind of worked through that whole, was the body found? Was it not found? We worked through that together. That's awesome to me. I love the fact that we're able to work through that together. So what we're going to do is, a lot of people are annoyed with the ringing in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 calls at the same time. So when somebody calls me, while you're talking to me, somebody else calls in, we're going to put that person on hold. We're going to let you finish your point, and please also be mindful of time, all right? You can't talk to me for 20 minutes, all right? If you don't have nothing to say, then, just make your point and let somebody else have the opportunity to speak, I'm not being mean. I just want to give everybody an opportunity to talk. So I'll take a call. We'll talk. If you're not finished with your point, somebody else call. I'll tell you, hold on 1 second. I'll put that second person on hold, and then you can finish what you're saying, and then we're not going to hear the call ID in the background because we only have 2 calls at one time. We're not going to hear that call ID in the background. And that's what we're going to do to kind of minimize the background noise, because I've tried to eliminate, I'm using Google Voice. That's the application I'm using. And I tried to eliminate that ringing in the background, and I just can't do it. And if anybody knows how to do it, let me know. But I don't know how to do it right now. So that being said, the number is 518-288-5906. Just pin that up at the top. Once again, 518-288-5906. Looking forward for that first call. Who's going to be the one to break the ice? Big shout out to starring Gina as herself with a $10 super sticker. Whoever's the first caller to call, I will give you a gift membership for 1 month to the Patreon. I also have to give that free gift memberships for the membership. So first call is going to get a Patreon gift membership. But you have to agree that I could text you the membership to your phone, because then I won't know who really is the one who's the first call or not, right? So if you're the first caller, I will text you the link for your free gift membership. Or you text me your email. I'll text you. You text me your email. This is a Google Voice number, so it's not my number. You won't be able to reach me when I'm done communicating with you. Text me your email, and I'll email you your gift membership. Because if not, then I have 50 people emailing me saying, I was the first caller. Can I get that free gift membership? So first caller is going to get that 1 month gift membership to the Patreon. We're waiting for that first call. It's always hard to get that first call in. Oh, I think people are trying to call right now, but it's not working. I'm so sorry. It's not working. Let me fix this. Oh, do not disturb is on. I'm sorry. I'm like, why does it take so long for people to call? You guys are calling, and you just can't get through. All right. So hold on 1 second. You're the first caller. Hold on. All right. Hold and accept. All right. Caller, you're the second caller. Hold on, and we'll come back to you, okay? All right.
Perfect.
Putting you on hold. All right. So, caller, you're the first caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So, caller, you're the first caller. Hey, my name's Josh Miles.
All right, do me a favor. Mute your video in the background.
Okay. All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Now, I got your number. Do you want the free gift membership for the Patreon? Do you want it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, no problem. So can I text this number? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I'll text you, and you just text me your email address, and then I'll send it to you a little bit later on tonight. Deal?
Sounds good, man.
All right. So what do you got for me? Hello? Nah, he hung up. Okay. All right. What do you got? Wait, let me put this next person on hold, and then I'll talk to you, caller. Hold on 1 second. All right. Hold on 1 second. We got you on hold. I'll get back to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. I'm still going to give him that free gift membership. I think he just misunderstood what I was saying. So what do you got? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi there. My name's Maggie, and I'm calling from Arizona.
All right. What's going on, Maggie? What you got for me?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for all that you do, spreading all the information and just getting it out there for everybody. And then also your day in and day out job that you do. I'm sure that it's really difficult to do that. I wanted to let you know, like, my husband is a federal agent out here.
Okay.
And he literally said when he heard this story that.
Hold on. Pause. You're not giving us any classified information, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But, like, no, we're not in California. I don't know anything about that. But what I can tell you is, like, we live in the desert.
Okay.
So, you know, the same terrain that California is the same terrain pretty much that Arizona is.
Okay.
And unfortunately, with the heat, with the just elements that are out here, the sad reality is that, like my husband said, his body is probably spread. The animals have taken it. So, you know, the reality of trying to find him, like, all in one piece it's so heartbreaking.
Right.
To know, like, things that most people don't really know, you know, just coming from a law enforcement family. You know, it's just my heart just breaks for that little boy, and I honestly, truly hope that justice is swiftly served, because monsters like that do not belong in society amongst us. But as you know, day in and day out, this is the people that sometimes walk amongst us.
That's true. Yeah. Well, we are all praying for the same thing, and I think justice will have that pretty soon. I really appreciate your call. Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
All right. What's going on, caller? Thank you for your patience. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Strategic. It's Mia, California, from chat.
All right. So hold on one second. Let me just put this next person on hold so we don't have that distraction in the background. Hey, what's going on, caller? You are going to be up next, so just hold on 1 second and we'll get right to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Hey, what's going on? So what do you got going on here?
I was just wondering if law enforcement will do like thermal technology or something now that they have kind of a location that they could look for the baby.
So what are they going to get from thermal technology? Because dead bodies are cold.
I don't know. Something. Don't they have something that they can find?
I know you're not well versed on all the technology. I'm just teasing you. They wouldn't use thermal technology. To find bodies is basically dogs and just grid technique, basically, and also knowledge of the area. Like, you'll look for buzzards flying around. You want to check in those areas. You'll look for evidence of predators in the region, like drag marks and stuff like that. You'll also use dogs. Dogs are a big resource, cadaver dogs. And lastly, human intelligence, such as Jake telling us where they put the body, So this is where Jake said, I mean, obviously it was not there. They may say, hey, maybe he just brought us to the general location and maybe there might be a more extensive search tomorrow. Or they might say he's pulling our leg and he's bull-crapping us and we're not going to waste any resources in this area until we get more information. But there's no telling what Jake told them. There's also no telling what they were doing out there. Like I said in the beginning of this live, let's not jump the gun, because he could be trying to give them information on a different case. He could be telling them where drugs are hidden, because I think Jake is gang connected. He could be telling them other things, and they were out there looking for other things that might help him crack a deal or something. We don't know. We have no idea. Now, I think that theory is kind of out the window, because the news was saying that they were looking for Emmanuel and Jake was assisting in the search for Emmanuel. So I would hope that they have information that Emmanuel was the purpose of this search. But we don't know. We don't know. What we do know is that they were empty-handed today. I really appreciate your call.
Oh, thank you. Take care.
All right. Hey, what's going on, caller? Thanks for your patience. What's your name? Where you calling
Strategic. Finally, I catch a live and a call in. This is Erin Murphy.
All right, Erin Murphy. Well, hold on, Erin. 1 second. Let me just put this next call on hold. All right.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, caller? You are going to be next. Just be a little patient. We'll get right to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey, Erin, how you doing? First of all, thank you so much for all the support that you bring to the channel. We do appreciate you. What you got going on?
No, you do. I'm from New York, too. You know what I do, and you got all my support. I love when I can catch a live. I don't always catch the lives or the call-ins, but I had a call-in. I caught one tonight. I've been following your coverage of this particular case, and I got to say, there were a couple of things that you brought out that only, somebody with detective experience could bring out. When you showed that picture and said this could be, we don't know, but it could be a post-mortem picture, nobody could imagine that somebody might stage a picture and say, hey, people are wondering, they haven't seen this child, so we're going to stage this picture to cover it up. Like, people don't think like that.
Nope.
And you're covering a case like this,
they're
and
honest
you're showing.
People. They're honest people,
Yeah.
and because they're not in our business, they can't see just how diabolical the human heart can be.
Exactly.
It's not a part of their reality.
It blew my mind when you showed that picture because, like I've said, I've seen postmortem too. Thank God not in a baby. Any scenes I've been on where there were babies involved, they were already transported, so I didn't get to see it in person. I've seen it in adults, and I know what that looks like. And when you pointed that out, I said, oh, my God. Cue the soundbite. And, also when you mentioned, you were the first one to say, wait a minute, he said 7 months old. Some people are saying the baby was born November, December. I said, oh, my God. He stopped counting once the baby was unalived. So to him, the baby was 7 months old. Jake said it, 7 months old.
Right.
If that baby's 8, 9 months old, it makes sense that he would say 7 months old if that's when the baby stopped living. So these are detective kind of pickups that most people are not going to, think about until they're getting it covered by somebody with your actual experience. And
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I support the show. I love what you do. I hate what we do, but we have to do it, and it's a great thing. You have to look at it like we don't do it. We do it for service. That's what it comes down to ultimately, because if we didn't, then it'd be impossible to do.
Right. No, I appreciate you, Erin. Thank you so much for calling in, and we love to hear from you more.
Thank you.
All right. She's such a nice person, such a nice call, and I guess that's why we have the people we have right now. So what's going on, caller? Thank you for your patience. Welcome to True Crime Strategic.
Hey, Strategic, it's Lacey, and, well, you pronounce my last name Squealo, but it's technically Shulo.
Oh, Shulo, okay,
but that's okay.
All right, well, hold on, Lacey, hold on. Let me put this person on hold so they're not disturbing us, okay? Hey, what's going on, caller? Give me 1 second, and we'll be right with you, all right?
All right.
All right. Lacey, what's going on? Talk to me.
Sorry, I got so excited.
It's okay.
It felt like I was calling into a radio show to win, like, tickets to the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, wow. Funny story. I used to like the Backstreet Boys when I was young.
I think we all did.
Yeah, I think we all did. But I got a persona, man. I got to be cool. Come on. Let's stop.
You're very cool, honestly.
Appreciate you.
And you're a good dude and a good dad. I said that in my super chat. But you really, really are.
Appreciate that.
I really appreciate your viewpoints on everything. I always wanted to be a forensic pathologist.
Okay.
Never went down that route. Now I'm kind of rethinking it, especially with this case and listening to you. But I got two kind of things.
Okay.
One is a question, and then one is just kind of a, hey, we brushed over it. But in her interview that she had today that you read out, it mentioned that Jake was a good father or stepfather to her 16-year-old daughter.
Okay.
That's not the same child that the dad has actually, mentioned, because that one was 18 and 21. So how many kids do these people have?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
one thing you'll notice is that the worst people know how to procreate better than the rest of us. And so there's no telling how many kids this lady had, man. I mean, that's all they do.
So we're definitely well above 6 between the two of them.
Yeah. It's
looking at this point, we're at 3 baby daddies.
So in her
and 3
interview,
baby mamas.
He treats her well, she said, and the same goes for her 16-year-old child. So no, she didn't say whether it was because I'm hearing it was a boy. They didn't say whether it was a boy or a girl, the 16-year-old. It says...
Okay, the one press release I read said 16-year-old, that he was a good stepdad to her 16-year-old daughter.
Okay. All right. We'll take your word for it, but I haven't confirmed it yet. What I'm reading here is not saying what sex it is, but it doesn't matter. Either way, your point still stands. Whether it's a boy or a girl, your point still stands. I hear you.
And then the other question to me, or to you, sorry, not to me,
sure.
You're not interviewing me, is what is happening on Tuesday in court with kind of your background of, being a detective, what is all maybe possibly going to happen on Tuesday?
So it's going to be their arraignment, basically, where the charges are going to be officially read out to them, and it's just official. This is your charges. This is the moment where the government tells you what you're being charged with officially in court, and your case begins. So that's what it is. So right now, they've been charged with a crime, but they haven't been arraigned yet. They have not seen a judge where the judge officially reads out their charges, and that's what we're going to be seeing on Tuesday.
And do you think that they will live stream that?
I have no idea. And I'm going to be at work, so I'm going to miss it. So we're going to catch it on the replay. All right. I got to let you go, though, because I got that person waiting.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Hey, I know you were on hold for a while, and I apologize for that. I try to keep the calls around 2 minutes, But sometimes we go over. So let me just put this next person on hold so that they're not disturbing us, and then we'll hear what you got to say. Okay, caller? All right. Hey, what's going on? Just hold on 1 second. We'll get right back with you, okay? All right. All right, so what do you got for me, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Grace. I'm 15. I'm calling from Maryland. I always watch you with my mom.
You're 15?
She's here now, and she's all excited that
Hold
I
on.
managed to be able to call in.
Hold on here. Put the phone on speakerphone.
You're on speaker.
Now, Mom, you know this is an adults-only show. Do we have permission for you as her legal guardian to continue this phone call? Okay.
Yes, sir. She actually wants to be a medical examiner when she gets older, so she loves watching you.
Okay, so since I'm talking to a 15-year-old, I got to conduct a forensic interview. Now, young lady, do you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes.
What would be something that's wrong? Let me stop. That's how you do it.
What happened to poor man?
That's actually how you conduct a forensic interview. It's very interesting. So anyway, let me stop. Let me leave you alone. How are you doing, and what can I do for you? And thank you for watching my show with the permission of your mother. What you got going on?
Well, I just wanted to say, given all the stuff that I've learned watching you and other shows, I definitely think the father had something to do with it.
Okay.
Given his past record of violence against his own children. And since there was a child in the house at the time, he might have been using her as blackmail towards the mother to get her to assist in as well.
It's possible.
Because that black eye that she had to come from somewhere.
That's true. Now, you know, one thing about children, and once again, this is an adult show, so we don't encourage kids to watch this show. But kids have...
I only watch it when I'm in the room.
Good. Kids have an amazing imagination. And that imagination allows them to think outside of the box. I have not heard anybody come up with that theory, and that is a very good theory. That's an outstanding theory. So the fact that he's using the other kids as blackmail against the mother, wow, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Smart girl. Anything else for me?
Oh, I just, every time you do the oh hell nah thing, it's hilarious. And I can hear it from the other room. So I just wanted to say thank you for doing that. It always brings a smile to my face.
It's all good. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for your mother supervising you. What's going on there? All right, you have a very intelligent and well-spoken young lady. I hope that she does follow her dreams and come and assist us in getting these bad guys off the street.
I do. I'm a lucky mom. I got a good kid.
Great. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Good night.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
All right. All right. I think you're going to be the last caller. How you doing, caller? Welcome to True Crime Strategic. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Strategic. It's Diane from Boston from yesterday. Your new co-host, which you don't know about yet.
Oh, boy.
In my mind. No, I wanted to ask you.
All right.
Do you
Hold
think
on
that
1 second.
these-
Let me put this
ahead.
person on hold, and then this will be the last caller, because then this is going to be ringing in our ear. Hold on 1 second. All right, caller, you're lucky because you're ringing in my ear. You're going to be the last caller, okay? All right, hold on.
Okay,
hold
thank
on,
you.
Hold on. All right, so what's going on, Boston Beantown lady? What's happening? What you got for me?
Okay. I have questions for you. I was watching, earlier, and I will not listen until it's confirmed, whatever, but if they found him. Do you think that he's leading them to maybe, I know there's a 15-year-old listening, but do you think he's leading him to parts?
To who?
And to parts of the baby? I
It's
don't
possible,
think-
but if that's the case, we would still have forensics there, even if it's just
Right,
a
and
finger. We're gonna have
Right, and
forensics
they-
putting up a tent,
yeah.
taking pictures.
Mhm.
So the fact that we got
Mhm.
nothing, that's a problem. We have nothing.
I think this is just going to be a can of worms. I think this is just the beginning of something really huge with these people, which I think cartel, those two, all the deaths in that home. I don't know, but I think he is trying to save his ass in every way he can.
It's
So
possible.
maybe that he's showing them evidence that maybe they've been looking for, or maybe, he's sly, he's slick. He is a,
Yeah.
But, all right, co-host, I don't want to keep you.
Okay. Appreciate you, because Aki will get you. Aki get you. Aki will get you.
I know she will. I love Aki. No, she's cool. She's cool. But I'll co-host anytime with you, sir. But thank you for taking my call again, and just you always give me something to think about. Like I won't go anywhere else. Like you're on it. So, but thank you for your informative information, sir.
Thank you so much,
appreciate
ma'am.
it.
All right. We'll talk.
Okay. All right.
All right. What's going on, caller? You're the last caller. Please, nobody else call in. Don't call in because I'm
Hi,
not going
my
to take the
name-
call. What's going on? What you got for me? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, my name's Heidi Zip. I'm from Canada.
Okay. Got a long distance call. It's like $5 a minute.
I hope not.
What you got?
So do you think she even knows where the body is? The mother? Like I feel like the mom doesn't even know where the body is. Like he probably took the body as a bargaining chip.
You think
Do
so?
you agree? Like, do you think that could be a possibility?
Well, there's no such thing as a bad theory. It's possible. You think that,
Yeah.
that he's used? I'm sorry, I got distracted a little bit with a super chat that I just got. Do you saying that? Are you saying he's using the body as a bargaining tool?
Yeah, like I feel like.
But he led
took
them
the
to
body,
nothing,
like,
though. I mean,
Yeah, well,
yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like maybe dogs could have got to the body or something. You know, God knows how long it's been.
Yeah, but they would
Like,
still
I-
pick something up on a
I'm not
cadaver
clear-
dog, though. Like
yeah, true. I guess
when a
so.
human being dies, I've smelled a lot of dead people, which is not something to be proud of. We have
Yeah.
a distinctive smell because of the different type of enzymes that are in our body. They would 100% be able to pick up that smell, even if the dogs are dragging the parts around. These dogs, their sense of smell is amazing. It's almost magical. And anybody who's a dog person knows what I'm talking about. So,
I have 4 dogs.
right.
I
so
know. I
you
have
know
4
how
dogs.
they get down. You know how talented these
Yeah.
dogs are. They've been blessed by nature. So I think what you're saying makes sense. It's most likely what's happening. He's using it as a bargaining chip. Obviously, he was in jail. Now we see him outside of jail on the side of the road with people searching in the desert. It's a bargaining chip. That's a fact we can say. But the thing is,
Do you think
what
the
we getting
next
out of
time?
it?
Do you think the next time they could give him like a lie detector to see if he's fucking? Oh, sorry, my language. I'm so sorry. To see if he's messing with them.
I don't know. I mean,
Like-
they could, but would he agree to it? You know,
Yeah.
he only hurts himself if he is offering the goods and doesn't get the goods, because they don't need a body to do a murder
search
case.
'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very difficult, but they don't need one. So if he's playing these games, all that's going to get is the prosecutor's going to say, all right, hit him extra hard, So in the long run, he hurts himself. He either benefits himself if it works out, but he hurts himself if he's bull crapping them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to stay on much longer. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you so much for calling in and supporting the channel. You're amazing.
Okay. You have a nice night.
You too. Peace. All right. I'm sorry for the caller who was calling in, but if we don't stop it at some point, it will literally go on for all eternity because you guys are amazing. For real, for real. Now, I just want to give some love to some super chats. Big shout out to Johnny Bless, who gave a $50 super chat. Johnny says this is domestic T word. You guys know there's some words we can't say on YouTube. Says there's something, the Geneva Convention, foreign and domestic T word have more rights and support than abused kids in the U.S. What must it take for there to be zero tolerance for these crimes against our young people? I changed some of the words up because I'm just trying my best to adhere to the YouTube terms of service. Johnny Bless, first of all, that's very generous of you, extremely generous of you to give us a $50 super chat. Second of all, I 100% agree with you. We're too light. Like, guys, Jake did this to somebody else. They just didn't die, but they're pretty much living a life that is not much of a life. Let's say that again. Jake did this before. He did it to Carolina. She's a vegetable now. She has 3% of her brain function, and they gave him 1 day. He had a 6-month suspended sentence, and he served 1 day in the county jail, and they gave him 12 months of parenting class. I know I said this joke before, and it's probably not funny anymore, but Jake had to go sit in a room with a bunch of degenerates. And then they go around the room like an AA meeting, because all of these classes are like based off of AA meetings, and AA meetings are important. So I'm not making fun of people who have dealt with alcoholism or anything like that. But basically, they all sit in a room in a circle, and they go around and say, "My name is Jake Haro, and I'm a child abuser." And then the other people will literally clap for him, and they say, "Great job, Jake. That took a lot of courage for you to admit that you're a child abuser, Jake. Great job." And that's it. That's what Jake had to do for turning his daughter into a permanent vegetable. And that was justice in America. So when Johnny Bless says that they're domestic T-words, yeah, that might sound extreme, but is it really? Don't we all feel like victims looking at this case with Emmanuel Haro? We all feel like victims. So is that not T-word? Is that not domestic T-word? I think it is. So we need to start taking this stuff seriously, where we actually punish these people and send them to prison for the rest of their life when they destroy our children. Because guess what? They're your children when you take care of them. When you don't take care of them and you victimize them and you make them victims of crime, they become all of our children, because children belong to all of us. They're the future of the human race. They're the future of our society, the future of our country. They're all of our kids. They don't belong to you. They belong to all of us. It's unbelievable. It's a great super chat, man. I appreciate you. Hello there, you all says, everyone says smells like a dead body, but what does that smell like? Do you just know? It's a unique smell that you cannot attribute to anything else. So that is it. Just like roses smell like roses, chocolate smells like chocolate. Dead body smells like a dead body. Let's keep going. Interesting. Good super chat. 3 vol lady 437 with a $2 super chat. Strategic. I wish you could be a Cali detective. They don't pay enough, but I appreciate you. But they don't pay enough for my services. Hello there, you all. I keep saying that name terribly. But you guys know what I'm saying. Hello there, all of you all. With a $10 super says, can't get through when people say inconsistency. What can they include? Super chat messages up. Can elaborate in chat. Yeah. Unfortunately, with that $10 super chat, we don't understand what you're writing. I know you said that you've had issues with the super chats messing up your words, and I apologize for that, especially since you're being generous to us and you're helping support the channel. It does break my heart that I can't understand that super chat. If we could find it, if you want to repost it in the chat and Aki sees it, she'll definitely highlight it, and I'll be able to answer that question. Amy is celebrating 1 month as a patrol member, says, thank you for fighting for the voiceless, and we appreciate you. Amy also gave us a $20 super chat, and we appreciate that, Amy. And 3 Volady with a $3 super sticker, thank you so much. Rockman with a $2 super chat says, sub from both my accounts, thanks for the coverage. Thank you. Well, we got double the subscribers. We appreciate you. Christina Keys with a 99-cent super sticker, thank you very much for the support. And starring Gina as herself is now a White Shield member. That's a very high tier of my show. We do appreciate you. And Jobs is a Jonah, who's now a recruit member. We appreciate you. And starring Gina gave us a $10 super chat. Says thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Jojo Beans with a $5 super chat says, thank you for your great reporting on this. Do you think they will have a press conference soon? I have no idea. Rest in peace, Emmanuel. God bless everyone. God bless you too. And thank you for supporting the channel. Tory Bannister, $5 super says charges and court info have been removed. We read that one already, and we appreciate him for letting us know. All right. We're almost done. $2 super chat says mom and dad need tell the truth. They lying. We agree with you. Tiffany said that. We appreciate you, Tiffany. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right. I think we're done here. We have definitely put a lot into the show. It's almost at 2 hours. You know, I like round numbers. So we're going to end the show at 2 hours, which is going to be in 1 minute. Big shout out to everybody who's been watching the show. We love you guys immensely. We have 2,839 likes. Can we just throw those lights up before we get out of here? And remember, if you're watching the show and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, check. You may have think you subscribed, but you're not sure you subscribed. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. Go and check. Check and make sure you subscribe. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. Hit that subscription button and subscribe to the channel. And also make sure you hit that like button. I've lost my voice. I almost have no voice. War Priestess says, damn, your intelligence is so attractive. My wife does not tell me that all the time. She tells me I'm silly and I'm dumb. But that's what wives do, right? They can't let you get too big for your bridges. So they tear you down just a little bit. They chop that tree down just a little bit, bring you back to reality. We appreciate you guys immensely, man. So where we at? Are we at the 2 hours? Yes, we're at 2 hours. So guys, you guys were amazing. We had a really good show. If you take anything away from this show, slow it down and be patient. We were slow on the show. We were patient, and we found out that baby Emmanuel's body was not found. We were cautious, and that's how detectives move. We move cautiously, all right? We move cautiously. We don't jump the gun. That's what experience gives you. That's what wisdom gives you. That's what professional knowledge gives you. It tells you, slow down. Wait for the facts. Don't jump the gun. Just because it looks like it doesn't mean it is it, all right? Just because it looks like it doesn't mean it is it, all right? You need evidence to corroborate your theories. Only through evidence do your theories become facts. Do your facts become truth? And that is the purpose of this show, to give you a perspective from a detective's point of view. And most importantly, to be a voice for the voiceless. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace. All right, the show is officially over, but hello other you all said that she clarified her super chat, and she's asking for me to please read it. And because she was generous with the show, we definitely want to make sure that we show her love. So we're just going to scroll back up and see if we can find her comment, because if there's anything we try to strive to be on this channel is fair and 100% respectful to our members, to people who support our channel. So I think I found it. What do you mean by inconsistent in an interview? Well, I don't really use those words, inconsistent. Well, I guess what they're saying is that there are things in her interview that basically nullify each other. Like, hey, I saw a guy hit me upside my head and then in my eye and said hola, and then I passed out and then my child was gone. Well, then if they have video evidence that shows that didn't happen, or they can't corroborate it, then that's inconsistent. All right. It's basically inconsistent with the facts or inconsistent with the truth. So I don't usually use those words, but that's what they mean when they use those words. Those articles use those words. That's what they mean. They have evidence that does not match what Rebecca and what Jake are saying. So it's inconsistent. All right. So I hope that clarified what you are asking for. I hope that answered that for you. See you guys on the next one. Peace.